Welcome back to the Museum of Pop Culture and episode 2 of The Rise and Fall of Mr. Blobby. In episode 1, we showed you how Noel Edmonds went from a radio-loving nerd to the king of Saturday night TV. And in this episode, we explore the birth and meteoric rise of his most infamous creation, Mr. Blobby.
Hello again, Tom.
Hello, Josh.
Let's get straight into it. Last time we left Noel Edmonds, he had worked his way up from pirate radio to Radio 1 to being on primetime Saturday night BBC One with his show Noel's House Party. Yeah. And the first series had a feature called the Gotcha Oscars, then renamed the Gotchas, thanks to the Academy getting involved. They involved pranking celebrities. And the problem was they needed in the second series a way of pranking celebrities, but there was an issue. And the issue was you had to do the reveal of Noel. And what was the best way to do the reveal of Noel?
Yes.
And to give you an idea of how problematic that was, I want to just kind of digress at the start into Britain's history of TV hidden camera prank shows.
Great.
So it started with Candid Camera, which was an American import. Candid Camera was hosted by Bob Monkhouse, but he didn't do the pranks. There's some good pranks. There was person dressed as tree at bus stop asking, does this bus go to Sherwood Forest? What you will find, this was the 60s and 70s. It was very light.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Very light, yeah? My gran used to talk to me about how amazing Candid Camera was.
Yes.
Right? Because we used to watch Beadle's About, and she hated Jeremy Beadle. But she loved Candid Camera, which was the original. And the one she used to go on about all the time was they would roll a car downhill or with momentum into a garage and say it's broken down.
Yeah.
And then the mechanic would open the bonnet and there was no
engine. Yeah.
It's a classic.
That's really good. Okay.
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
She'd tell me so much about this. And I thought it happened once.
Yeah.
They do this a lot. And when Candid Camera returned in 1974, they did it again and people would go, yeah, I've seen you do this. This is Candid Camera.
Right, okay.
So they just do the same prank again and again.
Yeah, but that's at least it's a nod that the show's going well, isn't it?
It's a nod the show's going well.
Exactly.
I know the trick, right?
Completely.
Then the hidden camera show, Jeremy Beadle becomes the face of British prank shows. He does a show called Game for a Laugh. He's one of the hosts of that, and his thing is pranks. And then that kind of moves into a show called Beadle's About. Jeremy Beadle was voted the second most hated man in Britain.
Wow.
Because of this, after Saddam Hussein.
We did a rival prank show, didn't we?
Yeah. His prank show was really brutal.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually too much.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a prank.
Yeah.
I think that breaks the Geneva Convention, if anything.
These guys, they love putting their name in the title of shows, don't they?
Yeah.
Noel's House Party.
Noel's House Party. Beadle's
About. There's obviously a real thing of like the host is a hugely important thing then.
The host is a big deal.
Yeah.
He's getting 15 million viewers.
Wow.
Which is mad, but he's also hated. There's this kind of love-hate thing that people hate what he's doing but love to watch it. And what he's doing, basically, is generally either digging up someone's garden.
Yeah.
So they get back and then their garden's been dug up due to an administrative error.
Right. Yeah.
Or he's crushing their car while they watch on. Yeah. So they'll do something like they'll park up, they'll replace the car.
Right.
You know, and then they come back and it's being picked up by a lorry and crushed into a cube.
Okay, yeah.
Once it goes particularly badly in that he...
the family was still in the car. And now you have 3 really short children.
But a prank's a prank.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, it's Jeremy Beadle, fair enough. He tricks a man into thinking the front of his house has become a lorry park for European lorries under EU legislation or something.
Okay.
And the guy punches Beadle.
Are you kidding?
No. Beadle, at the time, dressed as a comedy Frenchman.
Brilliant. Okay.
But there's comedy foreign lorry drivers, one of whom takes a piss in this guy's hedge. Like the guy is livid. Yeah. It has one, though, iconic prank that I would say is pure good vibes.
Yes.
And I think you probably know where I'm going.
I think it might be a visitor from outer space. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's amazing. So Dorset resident, Janet Elford, comes home to find a meteorite in her garden. And from that, a frankly dog shit model of an alien appears that looks
Plastic.
so plastic.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can I ask, have you ever met a creature from outer space?
No.
No, you haven't. Have you, sir?
No.
No. And what about you, madam?
Well, actually, Jeremy, I have.
Yes, I know you have, Janet.
There's something landed in the garden. I don't know anything more than that. Okay.
My kids are okay.
Everybody's okay. You come down with me and speak to my governor. All right. Don't worry about it.
Now, hang on. I think it's set off some kind of chain reaction. And I think, in some way, that is trying to communicate with us.
Hello.
Are you talking to Mrs. Elford? I think you have...
What do you want? Do you want a cup of tea?
I implore people to go and watch this clip to see just how shit the alien is.
Yeah. It's like a plastic toy, essentially, 4-foot plastic toy, which they have put a bit of water on, I think, to give it a slightly glistening effect.
Right, yeah.
But it also doesn't come up at the correct angle either. It's clearly just being held out by whoever's underneath.
Yeah.
But she's taken in hook, line, and sinker.
Taken in hook, line and sinker.
It's very sweet. And she sings to it as well.
Yeah, I just think the whole thing's feel good.
Yeah, completely.
It's amazing that she falls for it.
In her defence...
Would you have fallen for it?
Well, it was a different time then. Whether people were less cynical, I don't know. But to be fair to her, there's a full film crew, there's journalists, everything's roped off, there's the police, there's this huge meteorite,
Beadle
a massive
says
hole in the garden.
The scale was huge. We literally cut off, I don't believe this, half of Dorset.
Yeah, well, that's not true, is it? But yeah. It's a nice idea.
We had police, the Marines, the Air Corps. It was the biggest stunt I've ever been involved in. Yeah. I don't understand why, because basically it takes place all in her garden.
Yes. Would I have fallen for it? I can see a situation where it's possible because all the signs and everyone else is pointing you towards it and your natural inclination wouldn't be...
Is Jeremy Beadle.
It's Jeremy Beadle. It would be, well, all the police are here and everyone. So I kind of get it. But it's ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
The
alien is...
I wouldn't have offered him a cup of tea. Yeah. Or her. Beadle's About, though, shows the main problem with the celebrity prank, which is how do you reveal the prankster?
Yes.
Jeremy Beadle, if you are unaware of him, had a beard that was one of those beards that was kind of down the side, but he'd shaved the cheeks. The kind of beard you'd make on one of those iron filings games as a kid. And to get Jeremy Beadle on, his disguise...
And the only other place you see it would be on an e-fit.
Yeah.
That's been put out by the police.
This man's closed off half of Dorset.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
His disguise would be a bigger beard.
Oh, yeah.
So he'd wear a beard over his beard. So that people would go, it can't be Jeremy Beadle because Jeremy Beadle's got a smaller beard. So Noel Edmonds basically goes one further. Mm-hmm. And the creation is, I'm going to prank people by dressing up as a character, a children's TV character.
Yeah.
And that character is Mr. Blobby. What is it? Success has many fathers. There's various people that are involved in the creation of Mr. Blobby. Charlie Adams was the writer on Noel's House Party who said, Mr. Blobby, who had no words, just Blobby sounds, and would try and hug anyone in inappropriate moments, was, underneath it all, a drunken Glaswegian who wants to be everyone's pal. So what he is a huge pink foam character.
Spotty monstrosity.
Spotty. Pink with yellow spots, which becomes kind of iconic colouring. Michael Lego, who was the exec producer of Noel's House Party, said the word Blobby was just part of my family's shorthand for something a bit shapeless. So they'd say
really?
Blobby, and so they used it. Basically, Lego says, this is his quote, I did this stupid sketch. It was a pear-shaped thing with a rough position of the eyes and the proportion of the legs. I said to the costume designer, can you make something like that up? And that's kind of all that it was they wanted to prank a few celebrities into thinking they were going on to a children's TV show.
Yeah.
And basically, the character would be awful and everything would go wrong. And the costume was created by an artist called Joshua Snow. Originally, the head was clamped down.
Right.
But obviously, you can't do that because they needed to get the head out.
What, like those Victorian diving suits?
Yeah,
You-
basically.
really?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
right,
suppose
yeah.
so, yeah.
That's what-
with
you know-
screws, it says. But obviously, the main problem with that is the whole point is taking the head off to reveal Noel Edmonds.
Yeah.
So that was the
To
problem.
get a screwdriver out for 3 minutes before the reveal.
Yeah.
You can't do that every week.
And the plan was to do it for one series, for series 2.
Okay,
Because obviously after it's been out, you can never do Mr. Blobby again.
Yeah, of course,
So
yeah.
they recorded it with 8 celebrities.
Yep.
And the first one is Wayne Sleep, who's a ballet dancer. So it's him teaching Mr. Blobby to become a dancer.
Okay.
But you did genuinely think that this was a commission to do a programme for children's
Yes, I
television?
did, and the way they acted on the floor, I knew I was at the BBC.
Yes, yes. It was a painful process for a while.
Yes, it
wasn't
was. I don't know how I didn't swear, actually. I would have normally. I was on my best behaviour
Yeah.
that morning. I don't know why.
Yes, I think you'll see you did swear a fair amount.
Oh, did I? It's a lovely day here in Bobbyland, and I'm Wayne Sleep. And today I'm going to be helping Mr. Blobby to understand all about ballet. Isn't that right, Mr. Blobby? Yes. Now, the first thing we're going to do is bend your knees and you stretch them. That's right. Ooh. Keeping your back straight. That's it. Ooh. You're not meant to make that kind of contact. Yes, well, all right. I think we're ready to move on to a back.
What did you make of it?
It's funny, actually, to be fair.
It is good.
It does make me laugh. It's quite long.
It's so long.
My feeling when you watch these videos back from Blobby, which they would insert into Noel's house party, is that the job of an editor in the 90s must have been so easy. Because it's basically just keep it all in. That's the message,
There's
isn't
barely...
it?
It's 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And until Mr. Blobby shows up at the 4-minute mark, there's barely a laugh to be had.
No, not at all. Yeah.
All it is Wayne Sleep getting quite annoyed with just a badly run TV production. It's quite in.
Yes, it really is, yeah.
It's quite in TV. There's just like the script's a bit rough around the edges and Wayne Sleep's a bit annoyed.
Yeah, exactly. The producer's moaning about timings, all these sort of stuff.
You're
But
just like...
it's a good 4 minutes before the hero enters.
Yeah, but what's interesting is that's the first time Mr. Blobby is ever seen on television.
Yeah.
No one knows what it's going to become. And instantly the crowd loves him.
Yeah.
Instantly people think he's hilarious.
Yes.
Wayne's a good sport.
Yeah, he is a good sport, yeah.
And then...
Well, in the second half, he's a good sport. In the first half, he's
quite
visibly annoyed by it.
He's visibly annoyed when he doesn't think the cameras are rolling.
Yeah.
And that's always the dangerous thing, because you're basically putting someone in a position where they should be pissed off.
Yeah.
And then asking them not to be pissed off. He goes on to do all these ones. He does football with Garth Crooks. My favourite is he plays rugby with England rugby captain Will Carling.
Yep.
Who was a big deal.
Huge.
And is now primarily famous, I'd say. This is in the public domain, being rumoured to have had an affair with Princess Diana.
Yes, exactly.
Blobby doesn't bring that up.
You can hear it in the way he says Blobby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He feels a bit sad about what that means for the
For the monarchy.
for the monarchy, exactly. Blobby, Blobby, Blobby. Which really says tradition matters.
Yeah,
Please
come on,
respect
Will.
the royal family.
Yeah, please. I know the marriage is over, but still, she's a public figure. And she is the mother to the heir of the throne at the end of the day.
In fact, there's a moment where Blobby kicks him in the leg, isn't there? Have you seen that?
So this
Which
is-
I think really was about that, actually.
So this is the maddest moment, because Will Carling comes out of it quite well.
He does, yeah.
But no, it's not that Blobby kicks Will Carling in the leg.
Oh, yes.
Will Carling
He's quite aggressive.
kicks Mr. Blobby
Yeah.
when he doesn't think the camera's looking.
Yeah.
Like a kind of footballer off.
And stands on his toe.
And stands on his toe. And everyone laughs. And you're like, well, that's bullying in the workplace.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
That Will Carling's just kicked someone
Yeah.
at work.
He has that sort of rugby team laddie. That's what it is. He is bullying him. He bullies Blobby.
Yeah. Yeah. So these gotchas are a huge success. But that's kind of the planned end to Blobby.
Yeah.
But Blobby is so popular that they have to bring him back for next series.
Yes.
So they can't do gotchas. So he just becomes a character on the show. Basically, he does like sketches. He'll come out, but he'll also do sketches on other TV shows. They'll show a clip of another TV show.
Yeah, he was
Blobby
everywhere,
will come
wasn't he?
in and just fuck it up.
Yeah.
So he's on Lovejoy, which is a show about an antiques dealer, and he goes in and smashes up the antiques. He's on Keeping Up Appearances. He smashes up her house.
Yeah.
But basically, they have to keep him in because Blobby mania has taken hold. So Noel says that he knew that Blobby was a hit when his solicitor, Paul Pascoe, told him that Unique, the company, they would get 3 post bags of mail each week.
Yeah.
And 60 to 70% of it was Blobby related.
What are they writing? What do you write to Mr.
know.
Blobby?
Why
And
are you
that
writing
all-
to a TV show anyway?
And the
Do
best-
keep your emails coming
Exactly.
into us, obviously. But who is writing
Yeah.
to Mr. Blobby or about Mr. Blobby?
To a character who can't grip a pen, so he can't write back.
Yeah.
And even if he can, it'll be Blobby, Blobby, Blobby. So at least you,
Also-
yeah.
A post bag is so big.
Yeah.
Imagine that's 2.5 post bags of stuff. Michael Lego, who is the producer, this is his example of how big Blobby, how much people love Blobby. He said that they armed Mr. Blobby with a catapult on Noel's house party in one episode. He
Right.
said it was like an old medieval weapon of war, and he would fire sponge cakes into the audience. They loved it. They wanted to sit in the seats where they were getting zonked by Blobby with jam and cream. People were just desperate to
Any kind of
to
contact.
be in his orbit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Beatlemania is an overly used kind of phrase, but people were desperate to be exposed to Blobby.
It's so strange, isn't it?
And this is his celebrity. He was just called Blobby. Like the Mister was just gone. Madonna or Diana, obviously linked to that. Rylan, obviously now.
Yeah.
And then they started Blobby merchandise. Did you have any Blobby merchandise?
I think I had like a Blobby pencil when I was in primary school or early secondary school. It's like a pink and spotty pencil. So that is
There you go.
There you are.
So pasta shapes,
Yeah.
lunch boxes, teapots, ties. If you're wearing
Who's
Mr.
that for?
Wankers. Like, if you're wearing a Mr. Blobby tie, you're a fucking prick. Let's be honest. Not to
It's you saying, I'm
and
a
I
fun
say
guy.
this as a fan of Mr. Blobby.
Yeah.
As a concept. It's the worst teacher at school, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mugs, bubble bath, knitting patterns, lampshades,
Wow.
lemonade. There was an electronic...
Lampshade is too permanent.
It is,
too-
isn't it? It's
that
too
is-
much of a statement.
I think it has to be something which you show briefly. Oh, that's fun.
yeah,
that's
have
fun,
a bit of
that's
fun, yeah.
Not something that's constantly in the corner
Your
of your
living
room.
room, a pink and yellow lampshade.
Yeah.
An electronic computer came called Mr. Blobby at the Football Factory.
This is a computer game.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be clear, was him at a factory that made footballs. Because when I first read that, I had
Football hooligan.
like he was a football hooligan. Mr. Blobby was out to shank people.
Stone Island badge on his,
Stone Island badge on his Blobby arm.
So, what happened in this game? He worked
He
in a
was like-
factory. I
yeah,
imagine he's
yeah.
knocking things
It
over.
was one of those electronic computer games. Do you remember when we were kids in the 90s? It wasn't a Game Boy, but
Yeah.
it was the shape of a Game Boy, but it just played one game
Yes,
on a
yeah.
on a kind of green
Slightly
screen.
green background with a black. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And it would just be like boop, 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 and you'd move up and down. It was shit.
But he's
No
not-
one ever liked those games.
Yeah, terrible. He's not someone you want working in a factory, though, is he? Any efficiency is going to go out the window. Any sort of
Exactly. If anything, it would be,
It's a
be more
nightmare.
problematic, even than Greg Wallace inside the factory these days.
Exactly.
According to Pascoe, the solicitor, I'm going to question this. The research from the 90s showed that almost every household in the country had at least one piece of Blobby merchandise.
Wow.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
I'm guessing some had more than one,
Yeah.
and and that was changing the average. I don't believe every household in the country, or almost every, had a piece of Blobby merchandise, surely.
Whichever household had the lampshade had a further 3,000 Blobby bits of merchandise.
And that was bringing up the
dealt with
average.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people that wouldn't have bought a piece of Mr. Blobby merchandise.
But the point is, it's selling.
It's
loads.
selling incredible numbers.
Yeah.
Pascoe says they abandoned a plan for a chain of restaurants,
Okay.
which were inexplicably going to sell healthy food.
Surely you want to do that like... You know, have you heard of these restaurants? Is it called Karen's or something like that?
I don't know. No.
It's a chain
right.
where basically you go there and the waiting staff have a go at you. They
Right,
throw
yeah.
your stuff
Like the
down on the
faulty-
table.
like the Faulty Towers
yeah, it's a bit like
experience.
that. But surely that's what you want. Is you want
You want Mr.
Waiting
Blobby
staff dressed
coming
as Blobby, dropping your food a bit, spilling. They're kind of in the background.
Do you want that, though? It'd be an experience.
Well, it's something. I don't
want... Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because other than that, you'll just get...
I don't want a kale smoothie and another normal...
on a pink and yellow plate.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He's all over panto, obviously.
Yeah.
This is the UK.
Yeah.
1 year he does 6 different pantos.
Okay, yeah.
Because obviously the beauty of Blobby is you can just put him in different pantos.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not Gary Wilmot.
He's not driving between them.
No, you can just make another one.
They franchised him.
Yeah. He's so famous now, the tabloids are desperate for any Mr. Blobby story. Mm-hmm. So they latch on to revealing who Mr. Blobby is.
Okay.
Which is a man called Barry Killerby.
Great name.
Great name.
Okay, yeah.
And the tabloids print a photo, which is...
You've seen To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, it is a bit like that. Right?
Just to be clear,
yeah,
we're not implicating Gary Killerby, but it has a real shocked...
He's being papped going into his house, and he looks so shocked. He's just a bloke going into his house who didn't ask for any of this.
Yeah.
And then, as you can see, the key detail of the photo...
Huge black bin bag.
Huge black bin bag, which contains Blobby.
Although his face would suggest contains a body.
Contains Noel Edmonds.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I think he hasn't helped himself by pulling the fate. I think if you just open the door naturally, they just go, well, maybe it's the wrong guy. There's something else in that black bin bag.
There's something else.
The face says, I'm Blobby.
The face says, I'm Blobby.
Yeah.
Also, there kind of is a thing
Also,
where
everything in his front garden has been knocked over. All the gnomes have been knocked over. Everything's destroyed. That's the other giveaway. It's him.
Yeah. And he's got the lampshade.
He's
the only person in the UK with the lampshade. I suppose the story there is, he carries him around in a bin bag. But I suppose what else he's quite a difficult thing to manoeuvre.
Well, you may remember this when Blobby came on the last leg.
Yes.
I remember finding his suit was just like in a corner somewhere, crumpled up.
Yeah,
it's sort of bizarre.
It just is what it is.
It has to go somewhere.
Barry Killerby, obviously, this is just perfect tabloid fodder.
Mm-hmm.
He's a classically trained Shakespearean actor.
Amazing.
It's everything you'd want, isn't it?
To Blobby or not to Blobby.
To Blobby or not to Blobby.
That is the Blobby.
Michael Lego, and he does a brilliant job.
He's good.
He is good.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a physicality.
Michael Lego says he brought a fantastic physical comedy to what was essentially a big pink rubber blob. And he just goes for it. And what they say is he was tame in rehearsal, and the moment he got in front of a studio audience...
Channel is in a Blobby.
He just absolutely went for it.
Yeah.
He just went... And that is what Blobby is. If you
actually met Blobby before the record, he was actually really sort of quite quiet and sort of shy. And
exactly.
Be queuing up in the canteen very patiently for his food.
Yeah.
Eating it with a knife and fork.
But basically the whole premise of Blobby is he just smashes the fuck out of everything.
Yeah.
And creates absolute chaos.
Yeah.
And that's what people loved. After playing Mr. Blobby, does he go back to Shakespeare? No. His next role is Chuckle Vision. He's got typecast. He's now in the Chuckle Brothers.
Okay, yeah.
But he goes massive. Blobby goes massive.
Good on him.
Noel is at a level of fame that off the back of this, because obviously it's related to Noel. Noel's created it. Noel's star is so high that when the National Lottery launches in the UK, he hosts the first show, but he doesn't host any of the rest. He just says, I'll just host the first show.
Amazing.
So it starts, the first lottery show, with Noel Edmonds driving a lorry. Classic Edmonds, classic, another form of transport.
Is there any form of transport he can't master?
Do you know how I'll start this? I'll think of another form of transport.
Are they all tax deductible? Is that what it is? He means he can
his fleet of different... He's like the Thunderbirds. He's driving a lorry, and he says, in this lorry is £6 million or whatever, and I'm driving it to BBC Television Centre to give away.
Love it.
This is BBC One, now live and exclusive coverage of the very first draw in Britain's new National Lottery. Noel Edmonds discovers the numbers which will change fortunes.
In the rear of this high-security truck, we've got the centrepiece of the National Lottery, the draw machine. And we're taking no chances with security, because I'm also driving the jackpot cash.
Imagine if he'd just driven off.
Yeah.
What a story that would be if Noel had gone, you know what, I'm off.
Producers can't get in contact because he doesn't wear an earpiece. He appears to have taken a left off the M4. What's happening?
No, the whole earpiece thing has been a
Building
long
up.
game. No wonder we only wanted to host the first episode. He was never available. He's off to France. So Noel hosts the first episode of the National Lottery, but then goes, take it from here,
Good on
Anthony
him.
Turner. And now Mr. Blobby, he has a music career.
Right.
That is the next thing.
Yeah.
So Mr. Blobby. So this is within 18 months of his first appearance on TV, he is releasing a single.
What I love about this, by the way,
Yeah.
it's the same with the merch. It is such a blatant cash grab, and people love it.
And
People don't care.
People in the UK go mad for it.
Yeah.
So he releases a single at the end of 1983. Do you know whose brainchild it was?
No, who is it?
Simon Cowell.
Is it?
It's Simon Cowell behind it.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That's so cool.
So Simon Cowell at this point, right?
Yeah.
So this is 9 years before he becomes a judge on Pop Idol.
Yeah.
In the 80s, Simon Cowell's had hits with So Macho, the Sunita song.
Yep.
And he's got a company called Fanfare. They go under. Right? He isn't a success in the 80s. Bit of a trivia on this. You like this. When Fanfare go under, Pete Waterman puts a freeze on Simon Cowell's assets and takes Simon Cowell's Porsche.
Wow. I never realised he
as
had that period of disaster
compensation
like that.
for production and royalty payments. I don't think Pete Waterman is an arsehole, is he?
No. I said I never realised Simon Cowell had that period of disaster.
Oh, yeah.
like
He
that.
has a period... Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said... I didn't realise Pete Waterman was an arsehole.
No. I'm sure.
Well, I didn't come here to be told that Pete Waterman's an arsehole. I wanted to talk about Mr. Blobby. This is not what I'm here for.
I just didn't realise Cowell had that crash like that. That's really interesting.
Yeah. So then, 1990, he is working A&R, I think, for BMG. He turns down...
There's a sentence. Like an A&R for BMG.
He's working A&R for BMG.
Yeah. Are you saving time? Is that a full sentence which you've abbreviated? We have got time.
He turns down Take That.
Yeah. TT, as he called it.
Yeah, he turns down TT, saying he'd sign them without the fat one being Gary Barlow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary Barlow, I think,
And then
later becomes
he makes a
judge.
single with Blobby.
Gary Barlow later becomes a judge on X Factor much later, doesn't he? So, but he has lost weight by that point.
Yeah.
Later turns down Britney Spears, telling Max Martin, who's the super producer behind Britney Spears, no one with the name Britney Spears will become a star.
Wow.
Which I think is quite normal now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what he specialises in is novelty hits. So Simon Cowell is behind Zig and Zag's single,
Yep.
Power Rangers, WWE WrestleMania, and the Teletubbies.
Okay, yeah.
So it's mad that he then becomes the kind of figure of a man who absolutely knows pop music.
Yes. It's
Because
interesting.
he is actually, his biggest act is Robson and Jerome.
Okay, yeah.
Robson and Jerome are on a TV show called Soldier Soldier, as their Robson Green and Jerome film, which is a period soldier drama.
Mm-hmm.
They sing Unchained Melody in a scene. This is a big ITV show. Simon Cowell thinks we could make a bit of money releasing this.
Yeah.
And Robson and Jerome, they basically cover Unchained Melody. It becomes the biggest single of the year. They sell 7 million albums.
Wow.
5 million singles. And they pull a plug on it because they can't handle it anymore, despite being offered loads and loads of money.
That's incredible. I suppose he clearly understands the public and market.
He totally gets the public.
And opportunity.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily music and taste, but really what is it?
Well, he
Where's
goes,
the interest?
that's a big TV show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And in those days, if you had a big TV show, you had 15 million people watching it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a big hit.
Yeah.
The song is written by Philip Raxter, and Mr. Blobby is the only evidence I can find of Philip Raxter online at all.
Right, okay.
So I don't know why he's written the Mr. Blobby song. And it's sung by session singer Linda Hayes. Her other big song is the Toys R Us advert.
That's a banger, to be
fair. It is a banger.
Great tune. Yeah,
She's great on that.
There's a magical place, we're on our way there, with toys in the millions all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us. Soon after bedtime, when
Video features Noel Edmonds, Will Carling, he's back.
Great.
Yeah, Jeremy Clarkson as Mr. Blobby's limo driver.
Yes.
Carol Vorderman, Wayne Sleep. So it's a kind of who's who of...
An homage to what they've been through.
Yeah. And it kind of spoofs famous videos. So it's got a bit where he's doing Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love, a bit where he does Stay by Shakespeare's Sister, a bit where he does Rhythm is a Dancer, and a bit where he does the kind of Walk Like I Can't Dance by Genesis.
Okay.
It's a fucking mess.
Yeah, okay.
It's a total mess.
And the British public love it.
600,000 copies sold. Premiered on Noel's house party, obviously.
Yeah.
Sells 600,000 copies, and it ends up in a battle for Christmas #1.
Yeah.
With Simon Cowell's old rivals, Take That. So Mr. Blobby is #1.
What, I Take That? What's their song? Do you know?
Babe. It's not one of their better ones, but it's quite a... And this is Take That at this time are the biggest band in Britain by a million miles.
Neither of them particularly Christmassy songs, those songs, are they?
No.
Mr. Blobby especially is not a Christmassy song.
But Christmassy songs don't tend to get to Christmas #1.
Oh, that's interesting.
Stay Another Day by E17 is a Christmassy song, but if you look at all the other songs from the 90s that were Christmas #1, because I did for this.
Okay, yeah.
You've got Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, really?
You've got 3 Spice Girls songs, only one of which is Christmassy to become one. So
it's really just about a big band.
It's really just about big bands. In a way, they say that Blur v Oasis 95 is the biggest chart battle of the 90s. In a weird way, here you've got the biggest TV star taking on the biggest band.
Right, yeah.
Which is quite a fun kind of head-to-head.
Yeah.
Blobby's #1 at the beginning of December. Take That, Takeover #1. And then, in an incredible twist, Blobby retakes #1 on the week of Christmas and gets Christmas #1.
Great.
Simon Cowell's first Christmas #1.
Really?
I think.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously he comes to dominate Christmas #1.
Yeah.
Did you like the Mr. Blobby single? And what was your reaction at this point?
No, I couldn't stand the Mr. Blobby single.
It's awful.
Yeah, I think
I implore people to go and listen to it.
a particularly
it's got,
annoying
like,
song.
Fart sounds on it.
Yeah.
It's not a good novelty song. It's a bad novelty song.
It's not even annoyingly catchy, I don't think, in a way that some of those sort of songs are. It's just a bit annoying.
It's not like the Venga Boys or something.
Yeah,
It's not-
exactly. Yeah.
And it's had no long tail in the sense of it's not become a standard, even of in the way that Agadoo or
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not become a novelty crap song now. It's just become totally forgotten.
Yeah. Who is buying that and why are they buying that?
So I bought it.
Did you? Okay, there we
For
are.
my dad as a joke Christmas present.
Okay, yeah.
Which is lame.
So for people who aren't doing that, what's their plan?
I don't know.
To listen to it?
Yeah, I suppose it must be. There's 600,000 people who've bought it. They can't all be pranks. This is the problem, right? I think when you reach the single thing, I think the novelty items is fine, right? I think people are all right with that. People don't mind merchandising. I don't think people have got an issue with merchandising because I think you can take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at that time, there was something sacrosanct about Christmas #1.
Right, yeah.
It was considered an incredibly important part of British culture.
Absolutely.
What was going to be Christmas #1? What was going to be played out on Top of the Pops on Christmas Day? It was considered, I don't know, like the Grand National. It was almost like a crown jewel.
Yeah, hugely. Well, you used to go into HMV and there would be a whole wall with the CDs laid out in order
Of
in
chart,
the top 10.
yeah.
And it was quite exciting to see who'd shifted there. And that was an ongoing thing where it would move.
It was almost like a soap opera in itself because things would go up and down and it would be dependent on Top of the Pops. And I think that when Mr. Blobby made it to Christmas #1, that within 18 months is when people went.
You think he blew that? He broke the magic. He broke
that is when people go, all right,
Yeah.
a joke's a joke.
Yeah.
You can sell as many pasta shapes as you want, but if you're going to stop Gary Barlow getting what he's due, which is Christmas number 1, then we've got a problem on our hands.
Yeah.
And basically that's what we're going to talk about next time, because this was the peak of Blobby, but it was the beginning of the end. And it's he goes from an agent of chaos, which he was, and that's what people loved, to an irritant. And his follow-up single and album are a complete disaster. Newsflash, there was a follow-up single and album.
Wow.
No one even remembers that. Within a year,
Album is a big one. That's a choice, isn't it?
That is an album.
I think we confidently say that man, he lacks range, doesn't he?
But I suppose if you've sold 600,000 singles, you might as well release an album.
Yeah.
I can give you the songs on the Mr. Blobby album if you like.
Yeah, perfect. I'm guessing there's a theme. How can I guess how many times the word Blobby comes up in the track listings?
This is incredible.
Okay.
Track 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old McBlobby had a farm.
He shouldn't be running a farm.
He shouldn't be running a farm. Certainly not organic, is it, with the way he's treating them?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's 15 tracks, and he's dropped the big single at track 13, which I'd say is a gamble. Normally, in those days, you'd lead with your big tracks.
Yeah.
Track 2, Blob Lake, which must be Swan
Lake. Yeah.
Track 5, Blobby Locks and the Three Bears.
Okay.
Track 6, Christmas in Blobbyland. Track 9, 10 Pink Blobbies. Track 12, Mr. Blobby's Looney Bath Time Band.
Right. Yeah.
Track 13, Mr. Blobby. Track 14, Happy Birthday. Track 15, Lullaby.
Okay.
That is something else, isn't it?
That is utterly loveless. Whoever has put that together.
Mr. S. Cow, I imagine.
There is no creative joy in that whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
And yet, years later, Simon Cowell is on television giving views on what is right and wrong with music.
Yeah.
So that information is from the Discogs website, which kind of has lots of information about every album that's ever existed.
Okay.
It says the last time that copy was bought from the Discogs. So it's like a second-hand, buy and sell as well. Like a kind of multicolored swap shop for the TikTok generation.
Okay, right, yeah.
And it was last bought in November 2023. So someone's bought that.
November is the interesting part for me there. I think it's yet another joke Christmas
It's
gift.
Secret Santa, isn't it?
That's what it is.
Yes.
I think it's... Remember, you were into
You don't want to have to
when you were
wrap up a
kid.
lampshade.
Yeah, exactly. That's what that is. I think there's a disappointed dad on Christmas Day.
Within a year is described by the New York Times as...
Which he reads as well.
Which
famously was his newspaper of choice.
Choice. Poor guy. Noel reads the Crinkly Bottom Observer and he reads the New York Times.
Coming down for breakfast one morning, opening it up.
And reading the words that Blobby is everything that is wrong with a nation gone soft in the head. And amid that...
Soft in the head is such a great phrase.
Amid that criticism, Noel opens a string of Blobby theme parks.
Okay, great.
And we will come to that next time.
If you'd like to get in touch with the show, and we'd love you to get in touch because that's the best bit of doing a podcast is actually hearing from the audience. If you've got, something about Mr. Blobby we've missed, something we've got wrong, we've tried our best, don't sue us, just correct us. If you've got any questions, any ideas for subjects, you can email us at museumofpopculturepod@gmail.com. And you can follow us on Instagram at Museum of Pop Culture Pod.